What's this?
Action movies in 2025 are on another level. From insane stunts to jaw-dropping fight scenes, this year has given us some of the wildest blockbuster movies. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 insane action movies of 2025 so far that you simply can't miss. Number 10, Ballerina, from the world of John Wick. Check this out. If you thought John Wick's world couldn't get any crazier, Ballerina proves you wrong. It follows Eve, a ballerina-turned-assassin, who goes on a brutal mission for revenge after her family is killed. Her journey pulls us right back into the John Wick universe, with a few surprise appearances that make it even more exciting. The action is where this movie shines. Every fight feels like a deadly dance, with spins, leaps, and gunfire blending into one beautiful but violent performance. It's slick, it's stylish, and it gives us that same gun-fu energy we loved from John Wick, but with its own fresh flavor. What makes Ballerina a must-watch is its mix of elegance and raw power. The fights are brutal, creative, and intense from start to finish. This movie doesn't just add to the John Wick world, it expands it, setting the stage for one of the boldest action rides of 2025. Number 9, Captain America: Brave New World. In this movie, Sam Wilson finally takes center stage as the new Captain America. The world is in trouble after a dangerous plan begins to spread, and Sam has to step in before things spiral out of control. From secret missions abroad to fights in Washington, the story shows how heavy the shield really is when the world is watching. The action is where the film explodes. From high-speed aerial battles that light up the skies to gritty hand-to-hand fights that feel raw and personal, every sequence pushes Sam to his limits. The shield isn't just a weapon here, it's a creative, jaw-dropping tool used in ways fans have never seen before. What makes this story stand out is how it blends spectacle with struggle. It's not only about saving the world, it's about proving he's worthy of the mantle he now carries. The fights are fierce, the stakes are high, and Brave New World cements itself as one of Marvel's boldest action chapters yet. Number 8, The Accountant 2. In this sequel, The Accountant 2 returns with Christian Wolf dragged back into the field when a slain federal agent hides a cryptic message, "Find the accountant," right before dying. It leads Wolf on a globe-spanning chase from Los Angeles to Juarez, where he teams up with his brother to rescue kidnapped children and take down a human trafficking ring. The action turns up the heat. This time, it's bigger, bloodier, and smarter. There's a gritty desert rescue mission scored like a wildfire of bullets and fists, brutal hand-to-hand combat that lands with satisfying weight, and tight, tactical strikes that feel planned to the last detail. The set pieces feel like a smart mashup of brains and brawn. What makes this sequel stand out is how it injects character into the chaos. The combo of precise violence, emotional stakes, and sharp banter between Wolf and his brother turns every fight into more than just a blow. It's personal. The Accountant 2 cranks up intensity while delivering some of the most thoughtful, well-choreographed action of 2025. Number 7, Thunderbolts. This movie brings together a team of Marvel's anti-heroes: Yelena, Bucky, Red Guardian, Ghost, Taskmaster, and John Walker. They're pulled into a mission set up by Valentina, a boss with her own hidden agenda. What starts as a simple job quickly turns into a deadly trap, and the team has no choice but to work together. Along the way, they're not only fighting powerful enemies, but also the shadows of their own pasts. The action is both gritty and creative. These fights aren't just explosions, they're visceral punches, tactical chases, and emotional showdowns. The group is pulled into a twisted mental battlefield when the Sentry's Void persona unleashes a storm that throws Manhattan into chaos. Helicopters crash, cranes fall, and the team scrambles to protect civilians while battling their worst fears. What makes Thunderbolts stand out is how it blends big superhero battles with emotional storytelling. It's thrilling and intense, but also dives deep into themes like trauma and redemption. This squad of broken heroes learns to come together for something bigger than themselves, and that mix of heart and havoc makes Thunderbolts one of the most original and gripping Marvel movies of 2025. Number 6, A Working Man. When his boss's teenage daughter is kidnapped by Russian traffickers, Levon Cade, played by Jason Statham, an ex-soldier turned construction foreman, can't ignore the call to action. He jumps into a world of dangerous criminals and human trafficking, teaming up with a battle-hardened friend to find her. The movie unleashes real, gritty action. Think raw fistfights on construction sites, tense rescues through burning buildings, and relentless battles against traffickers and their biker gang enforcers. Cade chases every clue, interrogates key players, and storms a fortified compound in one brutal, focused push to save the girl. What makes A Working Man stand out is how it balances cold, efficient brutality with heartfelt stakes. It's more serious than most action flicks, no jokes, just lightning-fast violence driven by a promise and a moral line. When it delivers, it hits like an emotional punch you feel as much as you see. Number 5, Nobody 2. Vacations aren't supposed to end in bloodbaths, but Hutch Mansell isn't your normal dad. In Nobody 2, what starts as a quiet family getaway explodes into madness when a small-town crime boss and his corrupt sheriff push him too far. By the time Hutch is done, the whole town knows they picked the wrong man to mess with. The action is wild, messy, and inventive. Hutch turns everyday objects into weapons, smashing arcade machines, flipping duck boats into cover, and even using a water park full of slides and rides as a war zone. Every fight feels unpredictable, blending raw brutality with clever improvisation. What makes this sequel shine is its mix of humor and savagery. Hutch isn't a polished hero, he's scrappy, relentless, and willing to use anything around him to win. Nobody 2 proves that lightning can strike twice, giving us a sequel that's just as crazy, violent, and unforgettable as the first. Number 4, Havoc. In Havoc, Tom Hardy steps into the role of Detective Walker, a man thrown into chaos when a drug deal goes wrong and a politician's son disappears. To bring him back, Walker must survive gangs, crooked cops, and a city drowning in corruption, all across 2 brutal nights before Christmas. The action is raw and shocking. There are ruthless shootouts, savage knife fights, and even a harpoon kill that will leave you stunned. Every moment is intense, with Detective Walker clawing his way through danger, barely stopping to breathe. What makes Havoc stand out is how relentless it feels. Hardy brings grit and weight to every scene, making the violence hit harder and the stakes feel real. It's dark, brutal, and unflinching, the kind of action that sticks with you long after the credits roll. Number 3, Heads of State.
There is no backup.
When the US President Will Derringer, played by John Cena, and the UK Prime Minister Sam Clark, played by Idris Elba, find themselves parachuting into enemy territory after Air Force One is shot down, you know things are about to go wild. These 2 leaders can't stand each other, but now they must survive behind enemy lines and fight their way to stop a world-ending conspiracy. The action doesn't just go big, it goes outrageous. There are wild car chases tearing through crowded streets, fistfights that smash through glass and walls, and explosions that light up the night like fireworks. One insane sequence has John Cena and Idris Elba sprinting through a neon-lit city while gunfire rains down, turning a political mission into pure chaos. What makes Heads of State such a blast is the chemistry between John Cena and Idris Elba. Cena brings comedic charm as the former action star turned president, while Elba grounds the story with his cool intensity as Prime Minister. Their banter keeps things light, even as bullets fly, making this buddy action flick both hilarious and heart-pounding at the same time. Number 2, G20. In G20, U.S. President Danielle Sutton, played by Viola Davis, and her family attend a G20 summit in Cape Town, South Africa. The summit is hit by a ruthless terrorist group led by a crypto-obsessed ex-soldier who pulls off a violent takeover and holds world leaders hostage while scheming to crash the global economy with manipulated crypto attacks. The action hits hard and fast. Picture Davis diving into the fray with pure grit, wielding martial arts and guns, tearing through attackers and racing across rooftops. There's a pulse-pounding elevator fight, desperate rooftop escapes, and even sizzling cook-off chaos. She even bashes a terrorist with a frying pan. It's die-hard energy turned up to 11, all powered by a president who's not just talking, but fighting. What makes G20 crackle is that it mixes urgent world-saving stakes with unfiltered knockdown action. Viola Davis brings war-era combat instincts into modern politics, and it sells. You feel the weight of the moment and the blows right along with her. For fans who want their 2025 action movies both epic and personal, G20 delivers a powerful gut punch. Number 1, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
The Earth would be a very different place.
When a rogue AI known as the Entity seizes control of the world's nuclear arsenal, U.S. secret agent Ethan Hunt of the Impossible Mission Force is pulled back in for the fight of his life. The clock is ticking toward global collapse, and only Hunt and his team stand between survival and total annihilation. The action is bigger than anything we've seen in the series. From a claustrophobic showdown inside a sinking submarine to a jaw-dropping dogfight in vintage biplanes, every stunt is designed to push the limits. Explosions, gun battles, and gravity-defying escapes keep the tension at a constant high. What makes this finale unforgettable is how it mixes explosive spectacle with real emotion. Ethan Hunt isn't just stopping threats, he's fighting for his team, his mission, and the people he's lost along the way. The Final Reckoning closes the saga with a mix of heart and chaos, cementing it as one of 2025's most electrifying blockbusters. And that's our list of the top 10 insane action movies of 2025 so far. Which one do you think deserves the number 1 spot? Did we miss any action-packed gems? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our action movie countdowns.